Okay, so if you've written Java before, you know the pain. Every single program, you have to type public static void main string args, and we haven't even done anything yet. Now, a lot of those IDEs will put that in for you, but it's a lot of code that we have to worry about. Especially as a beginner, it's a bit complicated when you see it. And, just to print something like the word hello, it might be, 50, 60 characters that we have to type just to do something simple like printing a hello. Well, Java 25 changed that with something called JEP 512. You can now simply write Java programs without any of that boilerplate. Simply put void main and then you're in. In the video, I'm going to show you exactly what's changed, why it matters, and how to use it. And if you're brand new to Java, this is actually the perfect place to start. And if you've been writing Java for a while, you're going to love this. It's very, very different. I've been coding Java for basically 20 years now, and this is way different than what I'm used to, but it's a lot better in a lot of ways. So let's get into this. So first thing we're going to do, I'm actually going to be opening up IntelliJ. So there's a lot of different IDEs you can use for Java coding. I'm primarily familiar with NetBeans, but IntelliJ is really good too. And I like to learn, I like to try out new things, so I want to show you how this one works. So if you're using IntelliJ, what you do is you create a new project, and I'm going to call this test program. Okay, I'm running Java 25, which is good. Now, I'm going to do this without the sample code first and show you how you originally would type the word, hello world. Okay, so let's go ahead. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in a new file here. So we're going to add in a new Java class. Right now the program is empty. Let's call this hello world.java. Okay. And oops. Here's our program. So right now it says public class hello world. What I would normally have to do is write public static void main string args square brackets and then put a curly bracket at the end. That defines our main method. And then I would type this out. System.out.println. And then I would put in quotes here. Hello world. This is about as classic of a Java program as it gets. So let's just run it, make sure it works. And obviously it does. It says hello world down there. That is the old style of Java. And there's nothing wrong with it. You can still use this. This is the Java that everybody knows and loves, right? But they've decided to make a better version that's a little bit simpler, a little bit easier, especially for new coders, people who are new to the language. It's going to be really great for you. So let me just show you how that's going to work. So I'm just going to close this project. Oops. Close the project. I'm going to make a new one. And I'll call this Java 25 demos. And this time I'm going to go add sample code. And just to show you what it's going to look like. All right. So it's giving me some sample code already. And essentially, all I have to do right now is get rid of this stuff right here. And that is my program right there. So it's pretty easy, actually. It's just void main. That's it. You don't have to put in, public class or anything like that, public static void. And if I want to print out hello world, what I would do is this. I'd write IO.println and type in hello world. Put a semicolon. That's it. If we run it, it should run exactly the same. I'm not sure why that's got a little bit of an error there, but let's see. Oh, did I type the wrong character by accident? Yeah, semicolon. That's weird. There it is. Okay, it says hello world. Yeah, so that's basically hello world right there. This thing was on here is just like a little breakpoint type of thing. But that's it for the program. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So let's try extending this a bit here. Okay. So if I want to print in multiple lines, okay, so here's the first one. I've got IO.println. So I could say IO.println, and I could say line 1, semicolon, oops, IO.println, line 2. Okay. And then if we use print instead of println, okay, what it should do is it should basically do a print without a little enter or a new line at the end. So if I did this, IO.print, same, and then I put a semicolon, and then IO.print, and then line. So these two at the end, they should show up on the same exact line. Okay, and it did. It says same line right here. So the IO.print basically behaves exactly the same as system.out. So what this does is it replaces system.out.println. So if you're familiar with that, that's how you would normally print out stuff in Java, right? But with Java 25, they have this new thing now. It's IO.print. It looks like an L, but it's an I. So it's IO.println, and then you can basically print whatever you want. So what's cool about this is, like I said, there's no public class main. That's gone. Okay. There's no public static. There's no string args or anything like that. And everything is just a little bit cleaner, a little bit easier to understand, a little bit easier to read. It's the same result, but way less typing and way less memorizing. And everything else still works exactly the same as you would expect. So your math works the same, your if statements work the same, everything. So let's do a quick one here. So let's say I had int grade equals 78. So I got 78% in my class. It's like a B, right? And then I can say if grade is greater than equal to 80, put a curly bracket at the end, and you can say IO.println, congrats, you got an A. And then we could say else if grade is greater than equal to 70, could say IO.println, you got a B. And that should run. It should actually say that I've got a B. Okay, so it says I got a B. So congratulations, right? So a lot of this stuff, like I said, it's exactly the same as what we're used to before, right? You can do the same thing with loops. So loops are the exact same as what they used to be. So as a quick demo, we could say print the numbers from 1 to 10. Say for int I equals 1, I less than equal to 10, I plus plus. Okay, and then we could say IO.println, and then we'll just print out I. So this video, I'm not really going to talk too much about what the for loop is. I've got other videos talking about that, but this for loop basically is going to have a counting variable I. It's going to start at 1. It's going to go up to including 10, and I plus plus means it goes up by 1, and then we can print it out. And it should print all of our numbers 1 to 10. So it's exactly the same, except the difference is the overall structure of our program is a little bit different, right? Like it's a little bit shorter. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a multiplication table. Build a multiplication. So let's do, for example, int number equals 7. We'll do like the 7 times table. Okay. So to do that, we can go like this. So IO.println, and then we're going to put in a bunch of dashes here, times table for, and we'll attach in number like that. So I'll just run it right now just to make sure this output looks like what I want here. Yeah, times table for 7. Okay, so how this is going to work is we're going to say for int I equals 1, I less than equal to 12. A lot of people know up to the 12 times table. And then I plus plus. Okay, and then inside of here, we're going to say int result equals number, that's the value up at the top, times I. And then so I is going to be 1, it'll be 1 times 7. And when I is 2, it'll be 2 times 7. I is 3, it'll be 3 times 7, like that. And then we'll print it out. So we're going to say IO.println. And we can say number. And then an X for like a multiply sign. And then we'll print an I. And then an equal sign. And then result. So what am I doing in this print statement here? So I'm printing out the number, which is going to say 7. I'm attaching in a space with an X and a space. So it's going to be like a multiply symbol. And then I'm going to print out I. So it'll say like 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3, like that. And it's going to equal, and it'll show the result. So we run it. It should look nice. Here we go. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. And so on and so on. So, as you can see, it's really, really simple. It's really clean, the code. Very, very, very easy to work with. It's just void main bracket. And even that print statement's IO.println. You don't have to worry about the system.out or anything like that. So, you could even do the input is a lot easier as well, which I'll talk about in another video. But for now, this is just a very quick demo showing you how to use IntelliJ with the new version of Java. And that's it for JEP 5.12. The void main, IO.println, there's no boilerplate we got to worry about. You know, it made it a lot easier to just sit down and start coding. No setup noise, just your logic. And if this is helpful, give it a like. It generally helps me out, keeps me motivated to make more videos. And if you want to see what I'm going to build next, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be posting videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, which is going to be Java tutorials, math lessons, and other things that I might find interesting. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what Java topic you want me to cover next. I'm going to read every comment, and I might just take you up on your offer and make something, whatever you're looking for.